they pulled up this amendment. They pulled this up and introduced it as legislation at the state. So now we need 3/5 of the Senate and 3/5 of the House to say, hey, you know what? We kind of think this Ohio Project idea, Freedom Amendment's a good idea. We support it. We get 3/5 of the House, which means your senator or your House, your representative, and we get 3/5 of the Senate. Then guess what? We can stop the petition. It goes on the election. Okay, it goes on the November ballot, and then the people decide. We're not saying, so what we need you to do essentially is call and press your representative and press your senator. Hey, that Ohio Freedom Amendment, and it's SR number 1, and you guys have my slides. It's SJR, Senate Joint Resolution number 1, and House Joint Resolution number 2. We want you to vote for it. When it comes up, you vote yes, because I think as Ohioans, we should have that decision, not the federal government. And if you don't support it, you're about to out of there. That's the people's decision, not politicians. So go to the www.theohioproject.com to learn more. And lastly, U.S. Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann revealed last night on Fox News that Obamacare, you'll like this one. Remember when Nancy Pelosi said, you'll find out what's in the bill after we pass it. How's that for government? Well, here's why. Congressman Bachmann found out last night that Obamacare has built into it an automatic funding. An automatic $100 billion appropriation for funding for the law that funds it over the next 8 years. And it gives that authority to the Health and Human Service Director to appropriate additional funding, so when the states, I like this one, when it kicks in, and the state of California says, hey, we don't have any more Medicaid money, can you give us some? Sure we can. I'll just talk to HHS director, she'll give us some more. And then the federal people will be bailing out the people, we as U.S. taxpayer will be bailing out the state of California. So you see how it collapses? We can be as fiscally responsible as we want in Ohio. But if California says, hey, there's free pizza, then we just contact our girlfriend in Washington, there's more money coming for more pizza, come on, sign up, come on. You see how this is bad? It's bad, guys. It's bad. It's bad. Summary. Exactly. Circumvent elected officials. The effort to repeal and change the law has now expanded to several fronts. The Ohio Attorney General has joined 26 state lawsuits against the federal government over the mandate to purchase health care. But the federal judge recently ruled in Florida that Obamacare is unconstitutional, and he just recently encouraged the feds hit the gas pedal and stop jacking around. You're costing states a lot of money to try to prepare to implement this. Take it to the Supreme Court and make the decision now, because you're making states spend a lot of money and municipalities spend a lot of money to build possible exchanges that they may not need, and they're doing it on purpose because they know, the federal government's going on purpose, because they know once this machine is built, states will say, well, shit, we spent so much money to build it now, might as well turn it on and see if it works. They're building the Trojan horse while we're sitting here. You call them up. You call Sheriff Brown up and say, do whatever you can and get this stuff moving. Make a judgment. And get involved in the Ohio Project. And you tell Sheriff Brown if he doesn't care, we're going to kick him out. Okay? They like their job. I get my political opinions. Anyway, so I support the Tea Party values, right? Fiscal responsibility, limited government, and support the free market. Guilty. Right? Liberty or death. That's where it is right now. Liberty or death. Okay, now's that time. It's really scary. Ron alluded to it. It's either evolution, their evolution, or revolution. And I don't mean violent, but I mean, guys, I can't tell you how much I'm at work and I'm thinking, I'm going to call those bastards. I'm going to call them. I'm going to write them a letter. I'm going to show up in Washington. Ron knows. In the last 2 years, been to Washington over 6 to 8 times. Spoke in Washington at rallies. Ron and I testified in Ohio for the bill, for the Ohio Project and the Freedom Amendment. We're going to pound the pavement. I might lose my job over it, but my opinion, once they click that clock into place, it's over. So,
Do the same. We obviously are passionate about what we do, and we try to use facts. And we'd love to be able to do this to our congressmen, but they won't sit still long enough for that to happen. Any questions for Dr. Santi or I do want to give you one other number that gives you some perspective on the Medicaid issue. Every state in the union has, as its percentage of Medicaid for its budget, over 25%. Ohio is no different. It's currently over 25%. You add these 50 million people at these programs, it will easily move the 40% number. And Dr. Santi is correct. What will happen is the federal government will fund that. Because the QE3 is coming, by the way. The quantitative easing, we saw QE1 and QE2. QE3 is coming because they're going to have to borrow some more money. The other thing that we're fighting, and in fact, we have a conference call with Paul Ryan, who was the budget chair for the House. But, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot increase the debt ceiling. You may disagree, but if we do that, what will happen is, it's already happening. China is starting to say, well, you know, since you borrowed all this money, and we're really going to expand and build a few more dams, we want to, like, maybe 5% increase instead of 2.5%. You see what's coming? The next 60 days in our federal legislature, the decisions that are rendered, aside from this, are huge. Huge. Get on the phone. Don't email. Get on the phone. Call the local offices. What we found is you call the local office of your elected representative, because if you call your local office and he gets 200 phone calls, he'll call Washington and say, I got 5,000 phone calls, they're all over my doorstep, and you got to do something quickly. That's what will happen. Yeah. All right? So call, and make sure you have your friends call. But know what you're talking about on the screen, man. I'm just telling specifically what you want done. Let me take questions real quick.
On that subject, that we have information on our website, on the Mercer County Liberty Group website, of information about the debt ceiling. Call John Boehner's office about that. He's adamant about passing it. He thinks we're going to go into economic catastrophe if it doesn't get passed. We've got information on our website to debunk that. The only way that this is not going to get passed is you guys calling to let him know. The Tea Party got him in there. He's got to know that he keeps saying that I want to do what my constituents say. Call him and tell him we do not want to raise the debt ceiling. It doesn't make any sense. It's like adding more money to a credit card to pay your bills. So
there are things they need to do if they don't raise the debt ceiling, and they can do that. They can continue to do the CR, the continuing resolution, but that has some limits in and of itself. Just a real quick let you know the difference of opinion. Paul Ryan wants to deal with the spending in the budget. Boehner wants to give the Congress the ability to take and use the expanding the debt ceiling for cutbacks in the government. So there is an agreement between the Speaker of the House and head of the Budget Committee right now as we talk, which is a problem because there isn't unanimity within the Republicans. Okay, questions real quickly before we have to leave. Yes, sir.
Why would it not be easier to go the impeachment way of Obama and would nullify anything to their time?
Well, and obviously that you need a lot of people within the House and Senate to want to impeach him, and at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. But we have seen other presidents impeached before, but it's possible that something could occur, but I don't think it's going to happen. To a great degree,